That afternoon, as the sun slowly set behind the lush green hills, Jack drove toward Tien's farm. A gentle breeze rustled the trees along the roadside, carrying the faint scent of fresh grass. His car came to a stop in front of the yard, and he stepped out, a bright smile on his face. Tien was tending to the vegetable garden in front of her house. Seeing Jack arrive, she stood up, dusted off her sleeves and walked over. "Jack, you are here early. Is there something important?" Jack looked at her, his gaze soft. "I want to ask your father's permission to take you to the herbal medicine clinic in the neighboring village. My friend works there, and I think you could learn a lot from the experience." Tien was a bit surprised, but also excited. "Really, I would love to go. But I need to ask my father first." The two of them stepped inside the house, where Tien's father was sitting on his old bamboo chair holding a cup of hot tea. Seeing Jack enter, he set the cup down and smiled warmly. "Jack, here to visit, have a seat." Jack bowed slightly in greeting. "Good evening, sir. Today I came to ask for your permission to take Tien to my friend's herbal medicine clinic in the neighboring village. I believe this would be a great opportunity for her to learn more about this field." Tien's father took a moment to consider, then turned to his daughter with a kind expression. "Tien, do you want to go?" Tien nodded eagerly. "Yes, father. I think this would be a great chance for me to gain more knowledge about herbal medicine." He smiled gently before turning to Jack. "I trust you, Jack. Since you have such good intentions, I agree, but please take good care of my daughter." Jack returned his smile. "You can rest assured, sir. I will take good care of Tien." After getting everything ready, Jack and Tien got into the car. As they drove along the road, Tien could not hide her curiosity. "Jack, what is your friend like? How does the clinic operate?" Keeping his eyes on the road, Jack explained, "My friend Hai is a skilled herbalist. He has been practicing traditional medicine since he was young, and is very dedicated to his work. His clinic not only treats patients, but also helps those in need. I believe you will learn a lot from him." Tien listened with admiration in her eyes. She softly said, "I really want to learn more about herbal medicine. I want to do something meaningful, just like your friend." Jack glanced at her, his gaze full of encouragement. "I believe you can, as long as you put in the effort. I will always be here to support you." The car moved steadily along the dirt road toward the neighboring village, carrying with it the excitement, and the car came to a stop in front of a large wooden house, modestly nestled in the peaceful countryside. This was the herbal medicine clinic of Hai, Jack's close friend. Though simple in appearance, the place radiated warmth and familiarity. With a long line of elderly people, adults and children waiting patiently outside, Jack and Tien stepped out of the car, greeting those present with a respectful bow. A middle-aged man with a rugged yet kind appearance, bright eyes and a car-warm smile, stepped forward to welcome them. It was, "Hi Jack, you are here. It has been so long." Hai shook Jack's hand, his eyes filled with joy. Jack smiled back. "Hi. It really has been a long time today. I brought Tien, my girlfriend, here to learn more about herbal medicine. I also wanted to introduce her to you." I turned to Tien, his smile widening. "Hello, Tien. I have heard a lot about you from Jack. It is a pleasure to meet you. Feel free to make yourself at home. Everyone here is very friendly." Tien bowed slightly, a gentle smile on her lips. "Hello, Hai. I am looking forward to learning from you." And everyone here. The three of them stepped inside the clinic. The atmosphere was busy yet warm. Wooden tables were neatly arranged, with various medicinal herbs, jars of herbal wine and traditional medical tools. Some patients sat waiting for Hai to check their pulse, while others were assisted by his aides in preparing herbal remedies. Jack quickly engaged with the people. Around him, his friendly smile and sincere attitude made him well liked by everyone. He went from patient to patient, asking about their well-being with genuine concern. "Sir, how has your back pain been lately? And you, ma'am, how are you feeling today?" His voice was gentle, his eyes filled with care, as he listened attentively to their responses. Standing nearby, Tien observed everything closely. Listening carefully, she watched how Jack interacted with the people, and admiration filled her heart. Occasionally she stepped forward to ask a few patients how they were doing, her eyes shining with sincerity. Meanwhile, Hai was carefully checking the pulse of an elderly woman. She spoke of the aches in her limbs, her frail voice carrying both pain and hope. Hai listened intently, his skilled hands placed gently on her wrist, occasionally nodding as he assessed her condition. Jack approached and asked, "How is she, Hai? What is her condition?" Hai looked at Jack and smiled slightly. "It is just an age-related issue. She has rheumatism, so I will prescribe a herbal remedy to help ease the pain and improve her mobility." Tien, standing beside them, curiously observed the process. She softly asked Hai, "What is special about this remedy? I would love to learn more." Hai turned to her, his gaze warm. "This treatment uses roots and certain leaves with anti-inflammatory properties. It is simple but highly effective. If you are interested, I will teach you step by step." Tien nodded eagerly, excitement growing within her. She felt as if she were stepping into a new world, one filled not only with knowledge, but also with compassion and dedication. Jack stood nearby, a subtle smile appearing on his lips. He saw Tien's eagerness to learn and her kind heart, which only deepened his admiration for her. In the comforting atmosphere of the clinic, Jack and Tien became part of the flow of stories, lessons, and the many heart-seeking healing. As everyone focused on their work at the clinic, the atmosphere grew quieter. The soft hum of ceiling fans blended with the gentle voices of heartfelt conversations, creating an unusually warm and comforting space. Hai sat at his examination table, carefully checking the pulse of an elderly woman. His eyes filled with concentration as he asked, "Grandmother, do you feel any pain or discomfort anywhere? Have you noticed any unusual changes in your appetite over the past few days?" The elderly woman nodded slowly, her voice weak but clear. "Doctor, I have not been enjoying my meals these past few days. My stomach always feels bloated and uncomfortable." Standing beside them, Tien held a notebook, diligently writing down every word Hai said. Her eyes reflected both attentiveness and empathy. At that moment, Jack stepped forward and asked Hai, "Hai, this case seems related to digestion. Are there any simple herbal remedies that could help?" Hai nodded, his eyes lighting up as he explained, "Yes. Definitely for these symptoms. I think cumin seeds, mint leaves, or turmeric powder, mixed with honey would be very effective. This combination helps improve digestion and reduces bloating significantly." Jack listened carefully, nodding and understanding. He then turned to the elderly woman and asked, Grandmother, do you have these ingredients at home? Cumin mint leaves. If not, I can have someone prepare them for you to take home. The elderly woman smiled gently, her eyes kind. Oh yes. I still have some mint leaves in my garden. Herbal medicine truly is amazing, so simple yet so effective. The conversation continued, with Jack attentively checking on each patient's condition. Tien watched as Jack patiently cared for every person, a deep sense of admiration welling up in her heart. He was not only a mature and responsible man, but also someone with a kind and dedicated soul. Meanwhile, Hai proceeded with another examination. This time for a middle-aged man, suffering from a persistent cough. After carefully assessing the patient's condition, he turned to Jack and shared his thoughts. Jack, this patient seems to have chronic bronchitis. I suggest using Mexican mint leaves, combined with warm honey, drinking it regularly. Every day will help reduce the cough significantly. I will also include a few additional herbal treatments to enhance its effectiveness. Jack responded enthusiastically. That is amazing. I have learned so much from you today. High remedies like these should be widely shared and preserved for future generations. Beyond exchanging knowledge, the two of them also discussed ways to improve the clinic's treatment process, ensuring that patients received even better care. The soft laughter, meaningful conversations, and moments of collaboration between Jack, Hai and Tien made the atmosphere in the clinic warmer and more welcoming than ever. As dusk settled, the atmosphere in the clinic grew quieter, with only the warm conversations of those present filling the space. Hai, Jack's close friend, was preparing acupuncture tools to treat an elderly man who had come seeking relief. The elderly man, frail and with trembling hands, shared that he had been suffering from chronic joint pain, making movement difficult for him. Jack sat down beside the old man, gently placing a reassuring hand on his shoulder. With a kind voice he said, "Grandfather, please don't worry. We will do our best to help relieve your pain and improve your health." Hai then began the acupuncture therapy. He carefully explained the procedure to the elderly man and those around him, including Jack and Tien. Acupuncture involves using fine needles to stimulate specific pressure points in the body, helping to reduce pain and improve blood circulation. Just close your eyes and relax, and you will feel much better in no time. As Hai worked, Jack sat next to the elderly man, engaging him in conversation to understand more about his health and daily life. "Grandfather, do you often do heavy work? Or do you sometimes feel numbness in your hands and feet?" The elderly man slowly replied, "I used to work in the fields all the time, but now I'm much weaker, and yes, I do feel numbness, especially in the mornings." Sitting nearby, Tien attentively listened to their conversation. She carefully noted down important details and did not hesitate to ask her own questions. "Grandfather, do you maintain a nutritious diet? For example, do you eat foods that are good for bone health, like fish or milk?" The elderly man looked at Tien and smiled warmly. "I don't really follow any special diet. I just eat whatever is available." Hearing this, Jack turned to Hai and suggested, "How about we prepare some additional herbal remedies to complement the acupuncture therapy? Combined with a proper diet, it might help him recover better." I nodded in agreement. "That's a great idea, Jack. We can provide him with an herbal remedy for joint support and guide him on making some dietary adjustments." Tien cheerfully added, "I can write everything down and remind him about the diet after he receives the medicine." Jack smiled at Tien. "That's wonderful, I'm sure. He will really appreciate your thoughtful guidance." When the acupuncture session was completed, the elderly man visibly relaxed and felt lighter. He repeatedly expressed his gratitude to Hai, Jack and to Tien for their care and kindness. Thank you all so much. It is truly a blessing to meet such kind-hearted people. Like you. Tien gently held the old man's hand. Her eyes filled with empathy. Please take care of yourself, grandfather. If you ever need help, just come to the clinic. We will always be here for you. Jack handed the elderly man a package of herbal medicine that Hai had prepared, along with careful instructions on how to use it. Their thoughtful actions filled the air. As the evening sun slowly set, its golden rays filtered through the trees, casting a warm and peaceful glow over to Tien's farm. Jack and Tien had just returned from a long day at the traditional medicine clinic, where they had not only helped many patients, but also learned valuable new knowledge. Tien sat on a bamboo chair outside the porch, holding a warm cup of tea that Jack had just made for her. Her eyes sparkled with joy, but there was also a hint of deep contemplation. Jack sat down beside her, his gaze gentle as he looked at the woman he loved. He knew that everything she had experienced today had left a profound impact on her heart. How do you feel after today? Jack asked, his voice warm and filled with genuine concern. Tien tilted her head slightly to look at him, a soft smile forming on her lips. I feel happy. Meeting and listening to people's stories made me realize how much I still don't know. But at the same time, I feel a bit worried. Can I really learn enough to help others like you do? Jack smiled and wrapped his arm gently around her. Waist to Tien, you did an amazing job today. I saw the sincerity and dedication in your eyes. In every word you spoke to everyone. Not everyone has that knowledge can be learned. But a kind heart, that's something special. And you already have it. Tien rested her head on his shoulder, finding comfort in his warmth. Do you really think so? Jack nodded slightly, his eyes gazing at their son, slowly disappearing behind the distant mountains. Of course, today, I saw you listening carefully to everything I said, asking questions even I hadn't thought of. That shows you're learning fast. I truly believe that with your determination, it won't be long before you become a great help to many. Tien smiled, but her eyes glistened with unshed tears. Jack, I never thought I would have the opportunity to do something this meaningful. All my life I've just been in my small village, never imagining that I could help others. But you gave me this chance. You believed in me. And that makes me want to keep trying every day. Jack pulled her closer and pressed a gentle kiss on her forehead. I don't just believe in you, Tien. I am proud of you. We will learn together, grow together, and I will always be here by your side. They sat there in silence for a moment, letting their hearts beat in sync. Tien felt the security and strength in Jack, while Jack felt happiness simply by having her beside him. Do you remember? Tien whispered, her voice as soft as the evening breeze. The first time you gave me a book about traditional medicine. I was so nervous, afraid I would ruin it. But now, I can take notes and understand each remedy on my own. Jack chuckled, his deep laughter blending with the wind. Of course I remember, how could I forget? You were so adorable staring at the book, like it was the most precious treasure in the world. Tien laughed along with him, but her laughter soon turned into quiet sobs. Jack, thank you for always being by my side, for making me feel loved and cherished. Without you, I don't know what my life would have been like. Jack tightened his embrace, his voice filled with emotion. Don't say that to Tien. My life wouldn't be complete without you either. You are a vital part of every plan. Every dream I have. I don't just love you. I am proud to have you by my side. Tien closed her eyes, letting her tears of happiness roll down her cheeks. She knew her life had changed since meeting Jack, and she would never stop cherishing this love. As the sun finally disappeared, only the soft glow of the crescent moon remained, casting a dreamy and peaceful light over the farm. In that quiet moment, Jack and Tien felt as if they had become one, dreaming together of the beautiful days ahead.